What is that?
This is my special overnight oats.
Overnight oats?
Yeah. It's got some rolled oats, granola, blueberries, strawberries.
So it's gonna give you the power to install the power.
I hope so. I don't have to take a bathroom break in between. Inside the box is some instructions. It's always good to have, even though we know the basics on how to take out the OEM airbox, and it's always good to have instructions with detailed pictures. So that's very, very good. Very, very nice. Throw anything out. Got some more tubing.
What is that made of?
This is
PVC?
like rubber-ish. Smells brand new.
Can you get high off it?
I don't think so. No. The main tubing that goes from the throttle body, MAF goes right there. And my favorite part, the air filter.
Oh, it's blue.
It's blue. As you guys know in my previous videos, the filter is red or purple. Red.
Is that because it's a different brand? Or?
Maybe. I don't know. I think AEM and KNN, they're all like reddish purple, and then the engines are blue. The one I have on the DC5 is blue too, so I have an Injen Intake on there, so pretty sure that's standard for all engine filters, and that's it.
Cool. Right. Let's get to it.
Let's do it. Alright, first things first, we will pop open the I was going to say trunk, the front.
The front?
Woo!
Tell us a little bit about this engine.
Look at that. Well, it's not an Earth Dreams engine, that's for sure.
Earth Nightmare.
IV Tech, 1.5 liter. Simple. Everything's there, laid out in front of you, you know? Looks small, but everything's just really simple. Some people question if you're gonna get like a code or check engine light. Hopefully we don't. I don't think we will. Some people have experienced it in the past, but we will make sure we disconnect the negative battery first, because we're working with electricals here. See here, right here, that's the MAF, mass airflow sensor. That's what measures your air to fuel ratio. Sometimes that's what the code will throw off. Hopefully we don't get any codes. I don't think we will. So yeah, we'll start by disconnecting the negative battery and then start taking all the stock airbags off.
Literally, you could just see them opening and closing.
Like moving?
Yeah.
And
that thing is nasty.
alright, start with the 10. It's gonna fit in there. It's pretty loose. Okay, just like that.
Easy.
That was easy. First step.
Oh my gosh!
Wow! What the hell?
So serious.
Trying to make me drop my camera.
Bro.
Mr. Miyada is like...
Sorry.
Alright, we're ready to run into our first difficulty
Me.
of someone trying to scare me.
Okay.
Let me save this one, make it easier. This is the part that locks in your air filter. It just held on by 2 clips. This is what the fit was breathing. Made in Korea.
I think so.
No.
That's not OEM.
Not OEM at all. Yes, so we're gonna loosen that. There's got 2 bolts here. I think this is what's holding it in. You got one right here, it's a bracket, and then one down below. That was loose too. It's getting looser here. Looks like you have to squeeze the spring clip and then push that out. Slide out. That might have to be the last one when we... Well, it's somewhat out. And then we're gonna go for that screw. You see that screw back there? It's already loose, man.
Oh, here we go. Sliding it off that.
Makes me wonder if like the previous owner had like something like this.
Probably did.
But it's like a lot of stuff is already see.
Just a side note, the previous owner did install Tane sports springs, so that's not something usually somebody who drives this normally would put on their car. They would put stock springs, but there are like sports springs on this car, which lowered it. Which we were like, this fit is really low. It's not stock. So whoever drove this before, based on that, as well as the little, I guess, red trim they put on the steering wheel and the shift collar or shift boot, it might have been a racer.
Might have. You probably were. All right. So this is our current issue right now. Is trying to pull this off. Like Mr. Miyada said, it might have been easier to take out the battery. But let's just try to loosen things up and then wiggle it out. See if that works.
He's gonna deliver McDonald's? Paper plates?
It's okay. I see it.
Oh
Shit.
shit.
Brother has this thing about dropping things into the engine. You need to cut back to the footage from the previous install.
Go check out my other video where I dropped a bunch of shit.
This must be good luck to drop things through the car.
I see it. Who can reach it?
He's literally dropping it like it's hot.
What we're doing is loosening the battery bracket
You can take the battery out of the way.
so we can get this. So we ran into a little more issues here. It looks like we're gonna have to remove the front bumper now, which we kind of expected. We thought maybe it was possible to do without removing the front bumper, but there's a couple things you need to relocate. Is the horn, I think, and then also the locking sensor device. So we're just gonna try to loosen the front bumper as much as possible. We're not gonna loosen all of the clips under. Hopefully we can just pop it down. There's just a small Phillips screw that's holding the edge of here. Once you remove that, you can just like unclip it a little bit. I think the previous owner or shop did it because it doesn't usually come out that easily. And it's kind of a little broken right there. So.
A little broken.
There's just clips that's holding it in, and then the front grille too. So we'll just remove those clips, and then hopefully it will just come down a little bit. All right. So we removed partial of the front bumper to get more room, more space. Next step it shows here is to remove the PCB hard line. I guess we don't need it. So according to the instructions, all this is gonna come off, and we're not gonna need it anymore. So if this is the lower coolant line, you might lose some coolant, I think.
Oh my god.
You alright?
I think I got some in my eye.
Oh no. You okay, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm just wiping the coolant off.
Okay. So basically, this shenanigan, I don't know why they have it, but you saw how it was all connected.
Yeah.
This was like that or something. Anyways, this just goes straight to there, bypass it, and pop it down with the spring clip. This is the breather hose that's gonna connect to the pipe. So this one, jeez, that's fast. Didn't think it was gonna be this tedious. Don't forget to clamp down.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
That was easy.
This little bracket over here, this little plate, has to be removed, and then the horn will go directly onto the frame, the bumper frame. Welcome back. We're here relocating the horn. Hopefully not to the point where we need that impact wrench anymore.
I know, right? Now we're getting ready to put on the coupler that goes into the throttle body. Just getting it all set up here, and then we'll slide it on. Use the clamps provided. Don't use the old clamps. It's not like you can use the old clamps anyway. Just doing it tight enough to the point where it will fit over. You always want to have the screws facing you, or whatever is the easiest access. You don't want it, like let's say you install it and then you put it this way. Obviously you can't reach the screw or the bolt. So make sure before putting it in, you always want to make sure that the screws are facing your direction. But right now I'm just tightening it up as much as possible, but not tight. That way you will still be able to fit your piping over. And that's there. That was like that. So this is the main intake tubing with the mass airflow sensor. You can transfer the mass airflow sensor right now. That's fine. Connect this end to the coupler that is already in there. And like I said, we're not tightening down anything. We're keeping everything loose for now until we test fit all the tubing in. Tie down the clamps. Not too tight. Loosen it up a little bit. This is gonna go like that. So I think the best way is to go up through the front bumper. So yeah, you do need to at least get partial of your front bumper off for this part. Injen supplied us with this intake breather tube. It's supposed to sit like this, but it's too small. We don't know if they sent us the wrong size or the wrong tubing. Here to here. It's supposed to sit like that. But me and Mr. Miyada tried for a couple minutes to insert it already while the tubing was off, but it's not fitting. So we're gonna take this with us to see if the 10mm tubing is bigger. If it is, we'll get that size. If not, we don't know. Fiber mount is fiber mount. Just remove a little bit, but that's fine. I'm gonna tighten down the other clamp.
Just to tighten that down. Doesn't this have to pretty much go all the way to the end of this and then come down? Yeah.
I'm trying to push it out.
That one's gonna stay like that.
Tighten this part.
Putting all these brittle clips back.
Oh my god. The suspense is building. I thought it was on Alright, we didn't drive very far. I don't think we even drove a mile and we had to pull over. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's check in with the fellas.
We're just gonna hear more noises. That's the downside of having a car with some sport parts in it, racing parts in it.
Why did we pull over? What were you guys worried about?
We started hearing a little bit of noise, probably originating from here where the cold air intake funnel or gets channeled into. But now that we think about it, it's probably just there's less airbox and other materials to absorb sound from getting into the engine. So I'm guessing we're now hearing more coming out of the engine bay or the wheel well.
A little bit.
The intake is still on there, every part of it. Definitely sounds more bassy. It's working?
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't see it like.
Back in the car.
What's the material in the engine bay?
Alright, let's see how far we get.
Can't be rubbing.
Let's see how far we get and how fast he goes. Hopefully I don't drop this camera.
I can hear it.
Here it now.
way more bassy coming out of the engine bay. It sounds good. Yeah, but then the moment you're like, okay, let me build it up a little bit just right before the changeover.
It's just right.
Just right. Well, imagine if we had the axle back on this thing.
It's the next one, right? That completes the Honda Fit GE8 engine cold air intake install. Wasn't as simple as I thought it would be. There was some hiccups we ran through, but that's what it is, right? That's what we go through. And then just some wrong parts with engine that they sent us. Just the tubing diameter was a little small. So a good thing we have an AutoZone nearby. They supplied us with the right fitting tube, and then we were back on track. Overall, I would rate this difficult. I would say out of 5 stars, I would probably do like a 3. It's not difficult, it's just time consuming. We took a lot of breaks along the way. We could have finished it faster, but we took our time. We finally like unleashed the power that it has. The fit doesn't seem fast, but it's pretty quick. And when you add intake to it, especially a cold air intake, I feel like the power just unleashes. Finally, it just wants to go, you know? The fit is go. We finally got to hear some throaty sounds. Could hear the VTEC crossover. You know, we were joking around, yeah, don't do it yourself, take it to the mechanic. But I say, you know, if you have the tools, you have the space, I say go for it. Don't give up. Start something and finish it, because there's nothing better than feeling that you did it yourself and you didn't have to take it to someone. So it's not hard at all. You gotta be patient, do one thing at a time, and go from there. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna have more content soon. I know it's been a while. Hopefully we can get more content of the Magwagon or maybe even the DC5 RSX. Remember, life's too short to say one day, so get out there and do what you love. Peace.